So welcome to another episode of What the Fuck. In this week's news, humans get shot into space further than any human in history, a US fighter gets shot down by an Iranian missile, and oil shoots past $100. So in the midst of an ongoing war and a fuel crisis, NASA successfully launched the Artemis 2 mission, sending 4 astronauts on a 10-day journey around the moon. This is the first time humans have traveled beyond low Earth orbit since 1972, a great feat, or just another way the US is trying to exert its dominance and show relevance. Still, a big step for mankind, though not as big as the 1969 landing, as there's actually no moon landing in this mission. It's closer to home, an Iranian missile successfully shot down an F-15 fighter jet, which is the first time a plane has been shot down by enemy warfare in over 20 years. What ensued was an action movie rescue operation, with US forces rescuing the first pilot in broad daylight within the first few hours. The second crew member remained at large for over 24 hours while being hunted by Iranian forces. However, he successfully evaded capture by hiding in a mountain crevice and hiking up a 7,000-foot ridge. The rescue operation involved over 150 aircraft and several special operations. However, the following day, Trump announced a 2-week ceasefire, during which Iran would provide safe passage for maritime traffic through the Strait of Hormuz. The Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, though, had other plans and insisted there was no ceasefire in Lebanon, so launched the heaviest strikes by bombing the fuck out of Lebanon, dubbed Operation Eternal Darkness, killing more than 300 people in just 10 minutes on April 8th, now known as Black Wednesday. Due to this attack, Iran immediately halted opening the Strait of Hormuz. Earlier in the week, unhappy with the war situation, on Monday, Trump posted on Truth Social referring to the Iranians, "Open the fucking strait, you crazy bastards, or you'll be living in hell. Just watch." This was followed the next day by one of his most aggressive posts yet. "A whole civilization will die tonight, never to be brought back again. I don't want that to happen, but it probably will. God bless the great people of Iran." It is unclear if the last line was meant as a jab. In Australia, currently there are roughly 39 days of petrol, 29 days of diesel, and 30 days of jet fuel left in the country. However, the federal government has just released approximately 20% of these reserves to stabilize the market and support regional areas. Despite this and the cutting of fuel excise tax, diesel has reached new record highs, peaking at roughly $3.30 per liter, now up nearly double than what it was before the war. Stay tuned for more. As a result of Iran closing the Strait of Hormuz again, Trump made the following post on Truth Social in the last 10 hours. "Iran is doing a very poor job of allowing oil to go through the Strait of Hormuz. That is not the agreement we have." And finally, all US ships, aircraft, and military personnel with additional ammunition, weaponry, and anything else that is appropriate and necessary for the lethal prosecution and destruction of an already substantially degraded enemy will remain in place